I'm not going to put my arm up. That's a bit odd.
I think you got to do it now.
No, absolutely not. I'll stand like that.
Welcome, Hotgates gamers, to another Guild Ball match report. You're here with your host, James, and today we are joined by the marvellous Steve Newton from Who Cares Who Wins?
Who Cares Who Wins, yeah.
Lots of you guys who are part of the Guild Ball community will know this chap. You're a very good player, aren't you?
Apparently. Do all right.
He knows what I'm doing. We just talked about this. You build them up, just like Mr. Hay. If you build them up, then the harder that they fall, apparently. Absolutely. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen here. So we are here with episode 4 of Abattoir Away Days. Have you been enjoying the reports?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Good bit of fun?
Good, yeah. I understand when you come on here, you have to lose your first game. That's the way it works, isn't it?
That's the way it works, to give me a little bit of credibility. Hopefully that will happen now. Although some of my credibility is probably a little bit lost because I am wearing a United and we're not doing too well. But it fits in with the theme because we are going to be getting down and we're going to be doing some Guild Ball. Of course, I'm going to be bringing the Butchers. Who are you bringing with you this week?
Alchemists.
Alchemists, fantastic. So these are the guys, lots of board control with the tossing and throwing.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Quite
so
fun.
Conditions, yeah, Midas. All hail King Midas, he's very good. Yeah.
Built very much for the layering of conditions. However, with Midas being able to take so much influence, sometimes it could become the Midas show.
He's, I'm not allowed to say actually, he was compared to a Premiership footballer the other night, where he wanders around, he does what he wants. And then I'll stop talking because it's probably not safe for your channel.
Yeah, there are kids watching this.
Yes, absolutely.
So we hope you enjoy this report. Remember, if you want to support this channel and for us to do even more reports, check out the links in the video description below, and that will tell you how. We're going to get down. I'm going to show you the teams right now. So of course, we're in Abattoir Away Days. We have got the home team, the Butchers, right here. And if you want to know a little bit more about the Butchers and some of those characters right down there, then make sure you go and check out the first episode because we've got a bit of a rundown of what they do. So next up, we're going to show you the Alchemists.
So these are the Alchemists, painted by my good friend and co-host of Who Cares Who Wins,
Great painter.
Chris. They are really nice, really pleased. It's taken me 28 years to convince him to paint something for me, and he's done a good job. So we've got Midas, the captain, obviously standing there in the centre with the blue waistcoat on. Vitriol to the left. Mercury standing at the back with a fire, and then we've got Catalyst at the back, the big guy, somebody you often don't see on the pitch for reasons I won't go into. Then we've got Flask, the little robot at the front. Compound, the Season 2 Alchemist stroke engineer player at the back, big guy. And Calculus, the lady at the front, she does poison.
Fantastic. So Alchemists are actually going to be my second team. I've picked them up. I do love this particular Midas sculpt, I have to say.
Really nice.
It's a really nice sculpt. I am looking forward to painting them up. Another one that I really like the look of and also the profile is Vitriol. You want to tell us a little bit more about Vitriol?
So she is arguably one of arguably the best, certainly one of the best strikers in the game. She's very fast. She gets benefits from starting near cover, and she also gets benefits if the opposing model that she's thumping is standing near cover. She's good kick stats, but also she can cause a lot of damage, which people often don't see coming. So I hope I haven't given anything away there.
Fantastic. So that is our Alchemist. I'm pretty sure that we're going to learn a little bit more about all of these different profiles during the course of the game. We're going to get ourselves set up. We're going to see who's going to be kicking off, and we're going to do all of that fun and games right now. So here we go. As you can see, we have rolled, and I've chosen to receive the ball, having got the highest dice score. Of course, that has meant that the Alchemists have had to set up first. So you can see that over here we have Calculus, we've got Midas there, we've got Compound behind, we've got Mercury, Flask, and then over there we've got Vitriol, obviously looking to benefit from those bits of cover over there. In the meantime, over here we have got the Butchers. I put Shank out over on this left flank, and then we've also got Ox, we've got Boar, we've got Boiler, and we've got Tenderizer all back there. So with that, we're going to be moving out, and we're going to be kicking that ball out right away. So of course Midas is going to be moving up to kick the ball out, and he's going to be moving up into that area there, just into cover, and he's going to be kicking the ball out just ahead of him there. So he's got a kick of 3. So needing 4s, and I'm guessing that's a 6 now. Yeah, nice dice. How'd you get those?
I paid some man from Chessex to make me a load.
Fantastic. And do you sell them through the podcast?
We do sell them, yes.
Fantastic.
Usually on eBay.
So if you want to go and get those, you need to get yourself onto eBay and go onto...
Look, search for Guild Ball and we'll come on.
You even look like a salesman there, eh?
On Guild Ball, yes.
Fantastic. So the ball is going to scatter.
Direction.
It's going to go in the 6. It's going to go 5 inches. This
not going to go there.
You want to re-roll it? Yep.
Direction.
In the 6. Oh.
There's especially weighted dice as well.
So it's going to go 5 inches, which is probably going to land it somewhere around here. So with that, we're going to start allocating our influence, and we're going to get this game started. And here is our Guild Ball pitch after allocation of influence. So as you can see, Shank over there, he's got 3. We've got Ox. I always call him Ball by accident, you know, I just can't help it. But Ox, he has got 4 on him. We've got Ball on 1, and we've also got Boiler on 3 over there. In the meantime, you can kind of see what goes on sometimes with an Alchemist team here, because Midas, he very much is the show stealer for a team which is about synergies, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, he can do an awful lot, and also there are certain tactics that work very effectively in the first turn, which perhaps don't work as effectively later on in the game. Which I won't spoil it now.
Yeah, I think I know what one of them is. So there we go. So with that, we're going to go into Butcher's first turn activation. So we are starting off with turn 1 activation, and the first thing that we're going to be doing, remember everything in this game will be pre-measured for the purpose of the camera, and Ox here is going to be moving up there, which is his 5 inches exactly, and in that position the ball will snap 2, and he's going to spend 1, and he's going to kick the ball back to Shank. So in order to do that, he's got attack 3, that's attack 3, he's got a kick of 3, and he gets it. So that is going to be a successful kick, and that is going to generate as a point of momentum. So he's also got a little bit more of influence here, but he can't really spend too much. He's going to spend 1 to do tough skin, and he's going to do that tough skin on himself, and I believe that is going to end the Butcher's activation. And Shanky's going to immediately spend that point of momentum to, was it pass and move? Give and go?
Pass and move.
Pass and move, if we think we got it right. And he's just going to do his 4-inch effectively, where they go just out to this direction there with the ball. And with that, we're then going to go over to the Alchemists.
So after contemplation, we're going to do something not exciting. Old Flask is going to trundle forwards a little bit to about there and drop smoke on himself, which is a free action.
Fantastic. So there we go. So with that, it's back over to the Butchers. And we're coming in here because Tenderizer is going to be activating, and he's just going to be moving for free 5 inches just to there, and that's going to give it back over to the Alchemists.
And Compound, another exciting move. Compound is just going to shuffle up a little bit forward, so he's going to make sure he stays within 4 inches.
Fantastic. And another exciting activation, we've got Princess, who's just going to trundle forward into that position right there.
So Vitriol, another exciting one. She's got plenty of movement. She's going to walk to there. She's going to make sure she stays within 1 inch of the cover.
Makes sense. And that's that. So it's back over to the Butchers, who will blink first. So we're coming in now because we have Boiler activating. He's going to move his 6 inches up to here, which puts him just in 8 inches of Monsieur Midas over there. And he's going to be spending 2, first of all, to do Swift Stance on Ox, which is going to give +1 defense, and he's also then going to spend 1 to attempt to do Mark Target on Midas. Needing 5s. No. So he doesn't get it, and that's going to end the Butcher's activation. Back over.
So Calculus is going to walk to somewhere. I'll say walk, she's going to run. She's got 8 inches. So she wants to go there. I want to make sure I'm a long way away from those guys for next turn. She's going to chuck a poison, so it gets them both like that.
Fantastic.
So 2 dice, cost 2. So 1 to run, 2 for the poison.
And you have to roll to see if it does damage on each, is that right?
Yes, you roll to see if you hit. So Boiler, 4s. No, terribly.
That's great news.
No, Dog.
4s. Oh, it's superb news.
They're my wrong dice.
Absolutely great news. Does that stay there? Yeah. So if I walk through that,
you get poisoned.
Oh wow! So that's definitely going to affect what I do next. And we're going to go back over to the butchers. So next up, we're going to come in with Boar over there, and he's going to be spending one there. He's going to be spending that one to run around into this position here, just behind Ox. And then with that, we're going to go back over to the Alchemists.
Mercury is going to go, and hopefully he's going to have a bit more success than Calculus did. He's going to run, and to run to there.
I don't think he will.
Absolutely positive vibes. He'll stay within 4 inches of the flask, want to run. He's going to chuck fire. He's going to chuck it so that it gets Boiler and Ox just nudging the bases.
Makes sense.
You're about 5 mil too close together. So
you need 4s on him because of swift stance.
Oh, he does, doesn't he? Yeah.
Oh, but you did say it's your 5s and 3s dice.
And 4s on Boiler.
4s on Boiler.
Oh, 3s and 2s, never mind. So he takes 2 damage and is on fire.
The 2 damage and is on fire, and then we're going to come round to the last activation for the butchers. So we're going to come in now because Shank, just to generate some momentum, he's going to spend 1 there, and he's going to be passing the ball up to Tenderizer. Okay, so Shank has got a kick of 2, I believe. Got a kick of 2 for 6 inches, so needing 4+, and he just gets it. So, can you imagine?
Scatter behind the goal line.
That would have been wonderful, wouldn't it? No momentum generation. But I do get 1 for that, and I've got 2 more there, so I'm just going to choose where I'm going to move him, and then we'll come back after that. And Shank's just going to use his normal free movement just to go up into that position there. And that's going to be it. So we are going to go, and we're going to see what the Midas show does.
So Midas is going to go. He's going to spend 1 to walk, which should have left it on actually. So he's got 8 inches, so he's got plenty of distance. He's going to walk to about there. And he's going to try and true replicate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where to go? Off Shank.
Makes sense.
Off him 5. Make sure I've got my dice that roll 4s.
Yeah. He loves it.
There, I'll keep those 2 out. So he's now got true replication.
Fantastic.
He'll spend. He's now got where to go. He'll spend 1 to do where to go, and he's going to do a 4-inch dodge just onto the edge there.
Makes absolute sense. And brilliant. So that is going to bring us to the end of turn 1. Brings us to the end of turn 1. So I'm on the 1 momentum. You don't get any momentum for doing true replicate or anything, do you?
Alas not.
Alas not. So there we go. That is how it's looking. We're going to be resolving conditions and the like now. And we're going to come back with turn 2. So here we go. Ox has taken his damage. So he's going to be -2 move until that burn is cleared. I am 1 up for momentum after turn 1. So we are going to roll for turn 2. Initiative. What do we get? Oh, and it's going to go to who cares who it is. So we're after allocation of influence, and as you can see, Midas has got a bunch again. You put 7 on him?
7 on him again.
So we've got 7 on him again. We've got 2 over there on Mercury.
Yep.
And we've got 3 on Calculus.
Yep.
And 1 over there on Vitriol. And in the meantime, over here, Boar has 1, Shank has 3, Ox has 2, Boiler has 3, and we've put 2 back there on Tenderizer. Oh.
What is the plan?
It's exactly. It's very, very ambiguous there. So we're going to go into Alchemist's first activation.
So Mercury's going to stand there. He's going to throw fire.
He may look like the guy that's
going to throw it so that it gets the dog and Boiler like that.
Not on me now.
And then pushing them. Cost him 2.
I can use my teeth.
So needing 4 on Boiler. And you get it. And on Princess.
Oops, roll my dice. Yeah.
And you get it. So they're both now burning, which is a bit of a pain, and they're also going to take 2 damage each.
Absolutely.
So with all of these conditions stacking up over there on the boiler front rank, the butcher front rank, we are going to need some momentum. So we are going to be spending 1, and we're going to be running Shank up 8 inches, and then we're also then going to spend 1 to where they go, and we're just going to take him so he is 2 or just outside of the 1 inch of Calculus there. He's got 1 left, and he's going to be spending that 1 to here. So here we go, he's going to spend his last 1 here. Remember his run, he's done a where'd they go, and he's doing his 1 hit now. He's tack 6, and he is going to be hitting against Calculus.
4-1.
4-1. What is Mercury?
4-1.
Oh, and who's got the most health?
They've both got the same amount of health.
I'm going to go against Calculus. So we're going to do that now. And we get 1 hit in total, which I believe is a momentous 1 damage with a 1-inch dodge, I believe. So we're going to put that damage now, and we'll get our momentum, and we'll decide whether we're going to do a dodge. So next up is Calculus, and she's going to be moving a little bit here.
She's going to stand still. She's going to throw a blind into the same place there. Oh no, actually she can't. Sorry.
She can't?
No, she's only 6-inch range.
Uh-oh.
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 So we'll come back with a change of plan?
Yes, absolutely. So change of plans, being that blind's only a 6-inch range rather than 8-inch range. She's going to throw a blind there, so it just clips boiler. So it costs 1, so it's 1 dice. So I need a 4 to blind boiler.
Don't do it!
This is my 4 dice. Broken, clearly.
She's 3-1.
Never mind. And then she's going to throw a poison there to get those 2 guys. So poison on Princess. Yes.
Smashes it.
Poison on Boiler. Oh, Boiler's immune.
Boiler's doing great. That's what we want, actually.
And then she's going to move, so that she goes to take a maximum melee from Shank. So she's going to walk. She's not taking a part in combat.
She's not going to take part in that. She's just staying 2 inches away. Fantastic. So there we go. Calculus has done her stuff, and we're going to come back with the Butchers. So we're coming in now because we have got the Butchers, and we're actually going to activate Tenderizer here, and he's just going to move up his free amount of movement, just so that he keeps the back of his base in the 4 inches there with a gap. And he's actually going to spend 1 to pass the ball to the dog. Bit of a risk because I don't think he's got a particularly good kick. He's only got a kick of 1. So 4+, bit of a chance here. Let's see what happens. And we get a 6. That's obviously my 6 dice. Beautiful work. So we get the point of momentum there. And we're immediately going to spend that. We're going to do that pass and go. Give and go, pass and move.
Pass and move, pass and move.
And we're going to be moving the dog 4 inches up to that position up there. And we'll come back after that's done. So as you can see, Princess moved up with the ball just to that position there. And we're coming back in because we've got Compound, who is going to...
He's just going to shuffle, and he's going to make sure he stays within 4 inches of the goal.
Makes sense.
To keep his counter charge options open.
Perfect. Nice little gap there for him. So he comes back over to the Butchers. So to give you guys a little bit of an insight of the terrible predicament here, is I need that momentum.
There's that laugh you do when you're in trouble.
I know, I am in trouble. I need that momentum. I've got 1 there. I need that momentum to be able to get these guys to do stuff, to get in range and the like. But with the whole counter-charging business going on there, it's looking pretty... It's looking reasonably grim, I have to say. I've already changed my mind. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to move Ox. I'm going to keep the momentum. I'm going to keep the momentum.
You mean? That's what you're going to do.
I think I'm not measured, yeah. So
No, you're right.
Steve is going to measure it for me, and he is going to move. So he's going to run.
So he's going to run
And he'll
whilst
run
on fire.
Run whilst on fire. He's not going to clear the condition.
6 inches.
And he's going to go 6. Yep. So 6 inches, and he's going to go try and get himself nice and
Somewhere around there.
That looks beautiful. I trust you with that. And then we go. We're gonna go with that. And he's got 1 left. And I believe on his playbook, he don't think he can do too much. He can do tough skin. So he's going to do tough skin on himself. There we go. So here we go. We're coming back in with Alchemist move, and it's Midas. What's he doing?
He's charging. He's going to charge Shank. And he's got, he's 8 inches, he gets +2 inches because he's on fast terrain. So he's got 10 inches of charge range, he's got plenty of range to get to Shank. I can't get a straight line avoiding the boxes and not getting into his melee range, so he's going to still engage by Ox.
To protect the ball.
Fantastic.
So he's going to charge, so he pretty much is it.
Protect the ball.
There.
Yeah, that'll land direct.
He's got unpredictable movement, he said.
He does.
So he'll have the ball.
There's 2 charges, I'm just going to check something else. Yep. So, he's on 6 dice normally, +4 for charging, -1 for Ox.
Certainly does. Okay.
9 dice.
So needing 4 pluses here. No armour. What's he going to get? It's not great. So he's got 3 hits. Is that enough to get what you wanted?
1, 2, 3. Well, 5 would have been nice, but 3 is good, so I'll have a momentous 1-inch push, 1-inch dodge.
So momentous 1-inch
I'm going to push Shank
Ooh.
to there.
So he's bringing him in closer.
Yeah. and I'm going to dodge just enough to get outside Ox's melee,
Brilliant.
staying within 6 inches of boiler.
Staying within 6 inches of boiler.
I'm going to spoil boiler's day today.
No! My whole turn's been about
He's
him.
going to hit him again, so he is
+1?
+1. He's also now on fire.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
7 dice.
And that's because he's within an inch of Mercury.
Within an inch, yeah.
Yep.
Just move him in.
So,
Miss.
so 3 this time.
1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a momentous heavy burden on boiler.
So this is not good. So this is not a condition that can be cleared.
No, so boiler's now -4 move.
Boiler. What are you doing? Brilliant. So he's now -4 movement.
Yep.
And you've still got some stuff left.
2 momentum.
You get 2
Hit him
momentum.
again. Well, I got 1 for the initial charge,
Yep.
1 for that one. So 6 dice, 7 dice because of Mercury.
Lovely.
Some damage now would be nice.
Ah, that's a nice amount this time. So you got 5 this time.
5 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do. Oh, I forgot to spend his. Never mind. Momentous 2 damage and a 1-inch dodge, 1-inch push.
Fantastic. So he takes a momentous 2 damage, and you're pushing him in a bit closer.
There.
Oh, lovely.
I'm going to dodge.
So you're dodging an inch to
The
that.
engage, yeah.
Lovely.
And I'm going to spend a momentum to do his heroic play to give him +1 damage on his next attacks.
Round. Okay.
So we shall. He's now poisoned as well because of.
So he's getting all the conditions here.
Well, we'll try. So he's now 6 dice, 7 dice, 8 dice.
Brilliant.
And I'm at +1 damage.
So +1 damage here.
So charge 2 hits, another hit.
And you got 4s. Okay, so you got 4 hits that time.
1, 2, 3, 4. I will do 3 damage.
So it's the 2 damage that becomes 3 damage because of the conditions. Yeah, I'll let you scribble them off.
So he took 2 for the first one. 1, 2, and he's taking another 3. 1, 2.
Brilliant.
I hit you again.
So he's going to hit us again here. Can he do it? I don't think he can quite do it himself.
Annoyingly not.
Not with rolling like that.
2 hits.
So only 2 hits that time.
And I will do a.
I love it. Keep in mind, 2 out of 3 teams I play have a character with a 5.
Momentous 1-inch push, 1-inch dodge.
So momentous 1-inch push, 1-inch dodge.
So I'm going to just dodge a little bit that way.
So dodging out into the cover
Dodging, pulling him that way a bit.
and moving him in.
And then hit him for the last time.
So last one here. So you've got the +2 dice, of course.
Momentous.
You get 4s. You've got 3 momentum at the moment. Can you get a few? Not your 4, not quite enough for what you
5. And I will do another 3 points of damage.
So 2 that goes to
2
3. 2 that goes to 3 there. So Shank's taken a little bit of a beating there, not looking too good for him in the middle of the pitch there. But Midas has done his tricks. So with that, we're going to go back over to the butchers. So Steve is a very, very, very clever boy. Very, very, very clever. So with the blind and everything being on him, he can't even do his not his swift stance, he can't even do his mark target and then get in and swift stance and to try and protect Shank a little bit, because you need 5s to hit, so it'll be a little bit tougher. The dogs can't quite get far enough to do any kind of blocking off. It's not really worth spending the momentum to do that. Nothing really seems, from where I am, seem like worth spending the momentum to do, so I'm just going to start thinking about next turn a little bit, I think. So I'm going to be moving up 4 inches just to there, staying out of 3 inches of Ox for any of your condition throwing wonderfulness, and that one there will be wasted. So we're going to go back and we're going to see what the Alchemists are going to do.
Yep, so Flask's going to go. He's got 5 inches of move, so he's got loads of movement. He's going to walk up to about there and he's going to drop some more so it gets Shank.
Poor Shank.
So it's a little bit closer. So it's on him and it's just touching Shank's base and just touching Whatever he's called, mate.
Mercury. There we go.
It's there.
It's there, it's all over them. So smoke has been dropped, so I expect to see some fireworks from Vitriol shortly. And we're going to go back over to the butchers. So back over to the butchers, not a lot to do here. So we've got Princess, he's going to spend that point of momentum. You're well ahead on the momentum front at the moment. So clear the conditions there off Princess, and now can move full. And he's going to move with the ball.
Bringing the ball.
Bringing the ball into the hands of the opponent. It's an age-old tactic of the butchers. And he's going to run up there, and he's just going to try and get a little bit in the way of Vitriol. I think she can move a little bit too much for there to be too many problems, but might cause something. So we're going to do that now. And there we go.
So he's going to counter charge.
Of course.
He's going to charge. He's got 2-inch melee, so
yep.
He's going to charge just sufficiently to get into melee range and charge that way.
Yep.
There we go.
He's moving out, and he is charging. So of course you attack 5, but you get 4 for the charging.
And that's it.
And that's it there. Okay, so needing 4s and 1 on the dog. 4s on the dog. What do you get? You get plenty.
Makes up for -1.
And -1 there. So that is 5 hits from compound. Should be enough to do some knockdown damagey stuff. The dog has got 6.
6.
Yep.
Sorry, this is fantastic footage. This is 6.
Well, what they're all getting to see is they're getting to see the thought processes that go on behind it.
Can't kill it. I'd like to kill it.
Can't quite kill it?
I can't quite kill it because I didn't wrap. If I'd wrapped, I could have killed it. I will do a momentous 2 damage and a knockdown.
A momentous 2 damage and a knockdown on Princess. And of course the ball will scatter, I believe. So, we hover over.
So I'm the active player. I generate momentum for that because it is a counter charge, which is not a counter attack, it's a normal attack.
Fantastic. So the ball is going to go in the
direction 2, distance
6. 1.
Yeah, so basically
it goes there, and I can't snap it to me because I'm not down. So there we go. So the dog has done his move, and we're going to come back with the Alchemists.
So Vitriol's going to go. She's going to have a nice leisurely wander without spending any influence. She's going to wander to there because the dog's knocked down. She's going to snap the ball.
Yep.
And she is going to then stab the dog for 1.
Stab the dog for 1. So the dog is knocked down, so he's now going to be 3s to hit with 1 armour.
Vitriol is tackle 5 +1 for compound.
+1 for compound then. So here we go. Did you get anything for being in cover as well?
No, I have to have you in cover first.
I have to be in cover. Okay, brilliant. So 3, 1 armour. So there's a lovely little symbol there. So that's 2 hits.
I will do 2. I really don't want to do 2, I really don't do something else, but I'm going to do 2 damage.
So you're going to do 2 damage on the dog, which is of course going to take Princess down to 2. And that's going to end everything, I believe, for the Alchemists. So we're going to come back. Boiler does nothing. So of course not a tremendous amount the Boiler can do here, but he does need to get away from that AoE and also think about the AoEs next turn, of course. So he only has 2 inches worth of movement, and he is just going to move in between that nice little sweet spot there, and of course everything else is wasted on him. And that is our pitch after turn 2. So not a very good turn for the butchers at all. The dog is almost dead, Shank is almost dead, and it looks pretty much like initiative is going to yourself. So we are going to go to the maintenance phase, and we'll add all of the damage and the like now. So of course turn 3 is going to be going to the Alchemist, and you can have a little look here and see where we've allocated the influence. Again, a lot on mine. Is it 7 again? 7 again. We've got some over on Vitriol. 3. Eyes on goal, of course. And got a couple on the defensive midfielder characters there with their AoEs. Put a couple on Shank. He's in a desperate situation, but it's a good idea to put them on there.
Tempting.
It certainly is. And we've actually got 1 on the dog over there. So again, gives some things to maybe think about.
Yep.
And then we've got a few back here on Ox, Boiler, and of course Boar. So we're going to come back in with activation turn 1 for the Alchemists. So Midas is going to be activating first. He's going to do some stuff.
He is going to do lots of stuff. So he's going to thump Shank.
Yep, I don't blame him.
So he's tackle 6, plus 1, 2, 3 dice for 3 crowding out.
Lots of crowding out there.
Ganging up even.
So needing 4s, there's no armour there. Hopefully not too much. That's a perfectly wonderful number. That's
8
really
hits.
good.
8 hits.
8 hits, that should be a nice
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to do, he's got 3 wounds left, hasn't he? I'm going to do a momentous 2 damage and a 1-inch push, 1-inch dodge.
Yep.
And a momentous 1-inch push, 1-inch dodge.
Fantastic.
So it's basically 2 damage and 2 inches of pushes and 2 inches of dodges. So I'm then
moving him back.
I'm going to move him a little bit. I want to stay in melee range with those 3 people if I can. So he's going to go out. He's going to go out of calculus. So I'm going to go that way.
Out of calculus and in that direction. Brilliant.
And then Midas is basically going to go to be within Ox's. So that's 1, and then a little bit more.
Going in on Ox.
Then he's going to hit. So that was 7. So that was 1. He's going to thump Shank again.
Dumping Shank again. And you gain 2 momentum from doing it.
Yep. Plus 2, minus 1.
So just getting a +1 this time. So again, needing the 4s. Not as amazing this time, but 3 hits is still alright.
1, 2, 3. So I will do 1 non-momentous damage. So that takes him out.
So there we go. So Shank is going to go down. Out of the way. Those 2 influence wasted, but important to put it on there. It means that you had to deal with him then.
Absolutely.
And of course you get 2 momentum for that.
Just 1.
Oh, just
It's
non-momentous damage.
And I will. How much damage is he taking? 3. Hits Orcs. I will spend the momentum to do my heroic play to give me +1 damage.
Yep.
And I will do my legendary to give me, before I hit him,
Yep.
I'll do my legendary so that I generate momentum for every point of influence I spend up to 3.
Oh wow.
So, hitting Ox.
Hitting Ox here.
So, 6 dice.
So 3s, 1 armour.
Miss. 1 for armor.
So 2 that time.
I will do so I get 1 for spending for the attack, and I will do a momentous heavy burden on. Who will I do a momentous heavy burden on?
Not liking this heavy burden stuff. It's very good. Very, very, very good.
Oh, who do I do it on? I'm going to do it on 1 person. That's the issue I have. I will do it on Ox.
On Ox?
On Ox,
Okay.
yes. So he's -4, -4.
So Ox has been heavy burdened.
I'm going to hit you again.
So hitting Ox
6
again.
dice.
So you're going to gain a point of momentum just for hitting me here.
Yep.
And here we go. Okay.
Miss. 1 off.
So we've got 3 hits that time.
I will do a momentous clone.
Momentous clone. So clone means that you ignore.
The first attack and do a 2-inch attack or character and do a 2-inch dodge.
You do a 2-inch dodge.
I will hit you again. That's the 3rd one for my momentum.
Yep.
I will hit you. 3, 4, 5, 6. I will spend 1 to bonus time it.
Makes sense. When you've got all that. Here we go. Isn't that? Oh, it's a lovely roll.
1 off. 5.
So 5 this time.
Roll 5. A momentous 2 damage, which goes to 3. And a 1-inch dodge and a 1-inch push.
1-inch dodge and 1-inch push. So Ox is going back.
To there. And I'm going to dodge to there, to melee.
Get a bit closer.
And get momentum for that. So hit you again. Bonus time it. So 7 dice again.
There we go. What do we get? Oh, wow. Superb rolling.
6.
So 6 this time.
4, 5, 6. A momentous 2.
Menace 2 damage, which becomes 3, is that right?
Which becomes 3 again, yeah, and a 1-inch dodge and a 1-inch push. So I'm going to dodge, push you, oops,
So
push you that way.
Ox is going back.
And I'm going to dodge to there.
And you're moving away.
I'm going to move away. And I can't jam up, I don't think so. And then I will spend 1 to do a Where'd They Go.
Wow. So you can see here the Midas show in action.
And he is going to Where'd They Go 4 inches. To there.
Wow.
Is he going to do that actually? I want to make sure I'm 5 inches away from Ox.
You certainly are.
You're -4, -4, so you're 8. So you can go 4 inches, you've got a 1-inch charge. Yeah, that'll do.
And that'll do. So there we go. Lots and lots and lots of Midas stuff there. We'll give you a nice overview of the match, so you can have a little bit of an idea of what's going on, and we're going to go back over to the butchers. So in my eyes, the only way I can generate any momentum to do any of the things I want to be able to do is through boiler. It's my nervous laugh. I'm going to spend 1 of boilers to mark target on flask, okay, which is an 8-inch range, I believe, because it only costs 1.
Yep, so yeah, plenty of range.
So here we go. So we need a 3. A 3 to get this.
All of 1.
Thank you very much. And that is going to mean that although I'm -2 movement, I'm going to be +2 movement to charge. And we've already pre-measured this, of course. We're going to spend that 2 there to do that charge. And it's going to pop in just there. Which...
I will defensive stance.
Oh, you might as well, because you've got so much momentum. And that, of course, gives you +1 defence, is that right?
It does, yes. And I will not counter attack.
Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to get together Boiler's dice, and we're going to do that now. So here we go, it's Boiler's charge here, and he has 9 dice here. So he will need 4s now?
4s, yeah.
He'll need 4s.
Down to 1.
Down to 1 because of anatomical precision. So, let's see what he gets. Good roll, please. Okay, so we're going to take those away. And then we've got 1 there as well. Okay, and with that we're going to do a momentous 2 damage, which because of he's in Ox's aura, it is going to be a momentous 3 damage. And of course that also causes the bleed condition.
On a robot.
Sorry?
On a robot.
On a robot, doesn't make any sense at all, does
Bleeding
it?
oil.
Let's not say that out loud, they might change it. And there we go, that's the point of momentum that we need, and we're going to go back over to the Alchemist. So it's Alchemist activation, and you are moving compound.
Compound, yes. Compound, not catalyst. Compound. So compound's going to shuffle basically to get back within 4 inches of that there, so that he can countercharge if he so wants to.
If he so wants to. Absolutely fantastic. So we're going to go back over to the butchers. It is now the turn of the butcher's captain. Finally. Finally. It's been great watching this, really interesting. I hope you guys back at home have found this interesting, seeing just how much control that the Alchemist can really sort of put down on the table with the heavy burden. It's an absolute nightmare. But also all of the conditions, the burning condition.
Burning particularly, yeah.
The burning, in particular in this game, has really scuppered me in lots of ways, which is brilliant. Fantastic.
Keeping them back, stopping them generating momentum, stopping them into clear conditions. So it's not about the damage, it's about the...
Exactly, I found it very hard to generate any momentum at any point here, because everything is always just out of range and you've got to use the momentum to get in and then not getting it back, which is the issue in this game. So, I'm going to spend that momentum, okay, and I'm going to do that to clear my conditions. Now that does mean that heavy burden is still there. Now remember, all of this is pre-measured. Heavy burden is still there, however we have measured it, and Ox is then going to charge. I think it was 6 inches to there. Now it does take him in range of, oh sorry, before he does that he is spending 1 to do tough skin on himself. So he's done tough skin on himself, he spent 2 to charge in on Flask there, who of course is a marked target, which is the only reason I can get him. And then you can, if you should so wish, counter charge.
So, compound, he's got charge 7, so he's going to charge, she's in within 6 inches.
Yeah.
He's going to charge that way.
So he's charging that way.
I want to stay maximum melee range.
just outside there.
So I'm not within the game.
You're not within the 4 anymore, but you do get your charge off, okay? Now, so you get plus 4 dice, you get -1 because of the cover.
Yep, +1 because of flask.
+1 because of flask.
9 dice.
You got 9 dice, it's 3s, but it's also 2 armour. Armour 2. So, terrible roll for me here, Steve. You know what to do. Don't let me down, or the subscribers.
Time it.
You're both. Oh, good call. There's a lot of momentum there.
Not a great roll.
Doesn't look fantastic. Okay, then 2 armour. That's 4. It is enough to knock down.
Still used to turning the cards over. 4. And I will do a momentous knockdown. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Makes sense. So he got exactly what he needed there. He has knocked down Ox. That means that Ox isn't going to be able to do anything else.
No, because you've already cleared your conditions.
He's already cleared his conditions. So that is going to be wasted there. And we're going to go back over to the Alchemists. So we're coming in because Vitriol is going to be activating next. What are you going to do with her?
She's going to charge Tenderizer.
Wow. So she is going to charge Tenderizer.
It's an awful long way.
It's a long way. So it's 13 inches, but she gets +2 because of the cover. She's starting within cover.
Yeah. So that's her threat range.
Yep.
So I've got to basically engage him.
Yeah. So that's obviously to stop him from charging out.
So 2 charge. She's going to get to about there.
Yep.
So she's tapped 5, +4 for charging. And you are
3 1s. 3s and 1s. So what do you get here?
bonus time it.
Of course. 3s and 1s.
Miss.
That's not a bad roll at all.
Oh, I needed a wrap.
Oh, did you need a wrap?
I wanted a wrap really, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will be a momentous clone.
So she's doing a momentous clone. Obviously wary there of the threats around her. And she generates a point of momentum as well.
Indeed.
And then she's still got 1 left, I believe.
She's going to shoot.
And she can have a shot. So she will need 5s to hit here.
Yes. So 4 dice that goes down to because we want to shoot. 3 dice because I'm engaged by him.
Yep.
I'm going to bonus time it.
Bonus time it. She's got 4 dice. Needing 5s. This is where we want a nice Bosch.
Peak target will be a disaster.
Hey, and we do get the who cares who wins 6 there. And it's going to be a goal. Of course, to the Alchemist there.
Very good.
So we're going to choose where the ball is going to bounce out to now.
Well, I generate momentum.
Generate your momentum, of course. Yep.
And I'm going to spend that momentum. Do a 4-inch dodge.
You're going to do a 4-inch dodge.
So we had to go last, so I just got the kill.
And you're moving out that way. Fantastic.
Oh, I've got clone, haven't I?
Do you have clone?
I'm going to go.
Wait, how long are you out for?
No, I'm going to go there.
So you're going out there.
I'm going to go there.
Fantastic. So we're going to come back with the ball. So we're going to get that ball as far away from Vitriol as possible, although we are aware that Midas is going to stay in the middle. Can do anything, get anywhere.
Wherever he wants.
He goes wherever he wants, whenever he wants. So the ball is going to go here. We've obviously pre-measured. We're going to roll to see where that ball is going to go. So it's going to go in the. It's going to go in the 5. And it's going to go 6 inches, please. Oh, it does. It goes 6 inches. That's where we want to go. It's in the 5, 6 inches. A reasonable amount of distance there. And we'll come back with the Butcher's activation. So it's Butcher's activation, and we are going to be doing the free charge with ball here. Now, of course, he's got +2 because of Mark Tight. He's going to be charging against Flask. He had pre-measured this, and I think it put him, was it about there? Something like that. Kept him out of the melee ranges of everything else. And he is going to get his extra 4 dice on top of his 8, +2 there for the crowding out for hitting Flask. Now, for Flask, it is 3s.
+1 because Ox is not down.
Sorry, -1 because Ox is not down.
No, you get +1 for boiler.
Yep.
But not +1, so you're 8 +4 +1.
So I lose a dice there, sorry, because Ox is knocked down. So we need 3s with 2
Three's
armor.
armor 2.
3's armor 2 on Flask. Let's get something good. So we don't get those. Well, that's not a great roll. And then 2 armor as well. So we get 5 hits and 5 hits for Boar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to do a momentous 3 damage, which is going to become 4 damage because of Ox's aura. And
3 left.
And he'll come back with his next hit. And of course, because of Berserk, Boar is going to be getting his free hit here, and he's going to use that hit to hit Calculus. Okay, so it's 4s and 1 armor. He has got it's just straight 8 dice here, and needing those 4s. Let's get a nice high score. Okay, that's not too bad. So we've got 4 hits there after we've taken away the armor. And that's going to be a momentous 3 damage, which again is going to become 4. Momentous 3 damage, which becomes 4. And Boar is going to spend those 2 momentum, so we clear that back off, to heal the dog for 4. Okay, so we'll pop him back up there. So he's back up to 6. And now he's going to do his next hit. He's going to do the hit on exactly the same on Calculus. So 8 dice. Let's see a nice high roll. Not that. And 1 armor. So we got 3 that time. So not fantastic. And on Boar, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do a momentous 2 damage, which becomes 3. A momentous 2 damage, which becomes 3 there. And we generate a point of momentum from that. And of course, then we're going to get our free hit, which we're going to do on her once again. What's she down to now? 7. She's down to 7. So we can do that on her again. Needing those 4s. Not great. And I think, do we do a momentous 3? Do we knock her down? You can just stand her back up. It's not a problem for you. She's got enough momentum. So I'm going to do a momentous 3 damage. Momentous 3 damage.
So, after a quick consultation in the rulebook to check that in order to engage somebody, you have to have them in your melee zone and line of sight. Mercury is going to walk, and he's going to walk into base to base with Midas. Oops, without shoving Midas. Engaging the big guy, but not within Boiler's melee range, basically to block line of sight off to Calculus. And then he is going to drop a fire on the dog.
Lovely.
Like that. So he's on 2 dice.
So 2 dice, so it would be 4s, but is it 3s because he's not down? Do you still get that when it's...
3s because it's knocked down indeed. I'm just thinking actually I might punch him instead. 4 dice. 2. Actually, change your mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to punch Boar.
Punch him 4. Brilliant. So you're going to punch Boar. You need 2s here.
Yep, 4 dice.
You get them all?
All hit, 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do a 2 momentous damage and a 2-inch push.
So 2 momentous damage to Boar and a 2-inch push. And you're going to push Boar. Interesting.
So there. So you've still not got line of sight to Mercury.
Yep.
And he gets... We'll check that in a second. He's going to punch you again.
Yep. So punch again. Last one. Gets all hits.
He's going to do another 2 momentous damage.
Another 2 momentous damage.
And another 2-inch push, which is going to stay where he is.
He's going
to push him so he's not engaging the robot.
Brilliant. So we're going to mark off the damage on Boar, and we're going to come back with Butcher's activation. So coming in here, because the dog is going to be activating, and he's going to spend a point of momentum. So I'm going to go down to 1 to stand himself up, and he's just going to trot over, just over there, on Calculus, and he's going to spend 1 to hit her. So he's tuck 4. It's 4's 1 armor. Really, I need 3 4 pluses here. Okay, come on. Oh, I'm giving him an extra dice there. That would bonus. No, there's no point. That's not what I need. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we get the 2, which becomes 1. So unfortunately, he can't do a momentous tackle on her because she doesn't have the ball, which is a little bit annoying. So he can only do 1 damage, and I think he's outside of Ox's thing as well. So it's 1 damage to Calculus, he takes poison. And he takes poison because he's an inch away. Wow, is that 2 damage at the end of the turn?
Start next turn.
Oh, at the start of next turn. Grim. Okay, so we're going to go over to Calculus. So we're coming in because Calculus, who's the last Alchemist to be activated.
No, I've still got Flask.
Have you still got Flask? Yeah. You've still got Flask?
Yeah, because he hasn't got smoke.
Okay, so and she is going to yeah, hey, that's right. So yeah, she's going to be activating here, and she is just going to be hitting the dog. So she's got 4 here, needing 4's 1 armor, and you get 1 hit.
1 damage.
And 1 damage to the dog.
1 damage. I'm thinking. No, yeah, 1 damage.
1 damage. 1 damage on the dog. And then we're going to come back.
Sorry.
Oh, yep.
Spend a momentum to heal herself.
Spend 1 to heal herself, of course. We've got loads left. So that's going to take her up to 7.
Yep.
So she's up to 7.
And then she's going to walk. So there.
And she's just walking out a little bit there. So there you go. There's your bird's eye view of the match board. We're going to come back with the butchers. And Tenderizer is just going to do his walk of 4 just to that position there. So it's back over to the final Alchemist to move, which of course is going to be...
Flask is going to go and walk to there.
So he's walking in.
And he's going to spend the momentum to clear bleed.
Clear bleed, makes sense. Which means that he's not going to die at the end of this turn.
Probably going to get 1 on every attack.
So there we go, the momentum point has gone down. And that's going to bring us to the end of turn number 3. So you are currently on 5 and I am on 1. I mean, I can't get it. We'll just roll
I
it.
roll a 1 and you roll a 6.
I think it can happen. It's not happened on camera so far. We need this drama. But first of all, do we need to do the maintenance phase? Or should we roll now?
We can roll now.
Let's roll.
Do you want to do a drum roll and build up the suspense?
Please
We'll be
roll.
right back after this break.
We're just going to keep on doing it over and over and over and over again
Till I
until we get the fudge result. Okay, here we go. So, no point. So it's going to go to the Alchemists, and we're going to do everything we need to do now. So here we go, we're going into turn 4, and Shanker's come back on, and I've actually put 4 on him because I thought I might have a chance to score, but it looks like that chance might get taken away from me here. And you can see all of the influence allocated over there. Vitriol's got quite a bit, and of course again Midas has got quite a lot. And throughout the Butcher's team, it's just pretty spread out, apart from just maybe a little bit more on Shank there. So we are coming in. Of course, it is Alchemist activation first. And what are you going to be doing?
Well, Midas is going to be going first,
Midas.
and I'm just going to measure a few things.
So we're going to measure a few things because Steve thinks we might be able to score us doable. So here we go. So Steve has got 7.
7, it's, yeah, that's
It's 7 on Midas as always, okay, and just explain the plan.
So the plan is Midas essentially to get round there, because he's got where to go, because he did true replicate off Shank. If we can get round there to that side, do a where to go to there, snap the ball, run up there, shoot and score. So I've got 3. I probably need 1 to shoot, 1 to where to go, 1 to run. So I've got 4 left to attack. 4. As long as I can get sort of round to there with 4 influence, then I can do it.
And you do have a 2-inch dodge on
2. Yeah.
on 2, so it's very, 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 very doable. Let's do this now. You've got 2 pluses, so we want to see lots of 1s. No, we want to see this happen. It's quite cool. If you're watching this right now, comment straight away. Can he do it? I didn't see it. You did see it. Here we go.
So 6 dice not only plus 1, plus 2.
Yep.
So 8 dice.
So 8 dice, 2 pluses. So just the 1-1.
This. So that is 7 hits, so that's a wrap.
So 7 hits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite enough of a wrap. But I will do a 2-inch dodge.
2-inch dodge.
And a momentous heavy burden on Tenderizer.
You don't want to do that.
I do want to do that.
You don't want to do that. So he's going to move 2 inches up there. And it got exactly what he needed from that there.
That's 1 hit.
So that's 1 hit here. So we're going into the next hit. Again, needing the 2s. Then it's all hit.
That's what I needed, really. So
Exactly what you needed.
that's 8 hits.
You've got double wrap there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can do a momentous 1-inch dodge, 1-inch push, and then another probably momentous 2 damage and no, I'll do a momentous 1-inch dodge, 1-inch push, and a non-momentous 2-inch dodge.
Fantastic.
So 3 inches worth of dodges.
So 3 inches worth of dodges.
So I'm going to push him in like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then I'm going to do something.
1, 2,
Position myself so I'm not within boilers.
3. Yeah, makes sense.
That.
Keep outside of that. So hit me again here. Not seen many 1s yet. Come on.
8 dice.
Okay, there's a couple there.
2. So that's 6 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will do a Now I've already done momentous heavy burden, so I can't generate more momentum off that. I will do a momentous. So I'll just check the measurement on that. So I need to be within an inch.
Yep.
So I'll do a momentous 2 damage and a 1-inch dodge, 1-inch push.
Fantastic.
I'm going to basically dodge.
It's of course going to put you within your where'd they go range, which means of course you can where'd they go out. You don't take part in blows for doing a where'd they go, do you?
No, you don't. So I'm going to push into there. I'm going to make sure I'm outside bonus range.
Makes sense.
And I am going to. Do I want to charge him? No, I don't want to charge him. So I'm going to hit him again.
You're going to hit him again.
So I've got 3 left after this. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8 dice.
And here we go. In 2s. And they all hit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will do a knockdown.
So knockdown on Boar. He's going to be on his bum.
And a momentous 1-inch dodge, 1-inch push.
So 1-inch dodge, 1-inch push.
Dodge to there.
Moves you to there.
And a 1-inch push. Don't really care where he goes to be honest. Push it back in.
Quite happy with him there.
That'll do.
There we go.
He will spend that momentum to do his heroic play to give him +2/+2 move.
Okay.
Yep.
They're currently on 3 momentum, for anybody who's keeping track.
He'll spend 1 to do where they go.
So 1 to where'd they go.
4 inches. So I'm going to go to about there. Snap the ball.
And snap the ball to there.
And then 1 to run. And he's got 7 inches run, sorry.
So he's got a 7-inch run.
He's going to run.
So he's there.
So that's 6 inches. And then 1 to shoot.
1 to shoot.
Shoot, and he is kick 3/8, so I want to bonus time it.
So you're going to bonus time it. So you've got 4 dice here. Can you get it?
Oh, it's a disaster!
That is a disaster. All of that wonderful hard work, I have to say. It was great to watch.
What can you do if you can't roll 4s?
You can. Well, these are the kind of results that we wanted after seeing all those hits on.
Yeah, well, it evens out.
So the ball is going to scatter.
Scatter, it does indeed, scatters off the goal.
So it's going to scatter off the goal.
Or on the wrong side of the table.
So the ball scatters off the goal. Well, I guess you've got an insurance policy over there.
I have, but I was a different plan for there. So direction, 2, distance,
3. It's pretty good for you.
So there's
pretty
2,
good.
so that's 1 2 inches and another inch. So it's going to go to there.
Fantastic.
Could have done with scoring, but never mind.
So there we go. There we go. So it didn't score, but you got to see some of the magic of Midas there, and what he can do. Really sort of I couldn't see that at all.
Very difficult to see because lots of dodges and things like that you can definitely sort of get around with.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to come back with a Butcher's activation next. So we're going to come in now because Ox is going to activate, and he's going to be popping up his legendary play, and he's going to be standing up, removing the knockdown condition, sacrificing his movement. He does have 3 influence here, and he's going to spend the first one to hit Flask. There, we're going to hit Flask. So with that, what will he do? Because if he does Butchery, do you get extra damage with his aura with legendary? If you explode, does that do extra damage?
It's only friendly character players.
Only friendly character plays.
Friendly model games, yeah.
So it's all there if I can be friendly would read these things. Rely far too much on my opponents. It's all there. It's all there. And then what he will probably do is he'll do his Butchery and something else. Okay, so he's got 7 dice here. He's just spent 1 to hit Flask. Okay, so it's -1 armor because of the legendary play, and needing 3s. Okay, and we get enough to kill him. Do we get enough to do anything interesting at all? Yep. So we get enough to kill him. Momentous. Do I do my 2? That's a 2-inch push, isn't it? So I could push him away. So I've got more to hit and push him closer. Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do first, because I've got
resolve in any order. Yeah.
I'll resolve it in any order, kind of. So what I'll do is I'm going to do a 2-inch push. I'm going to push him back this way.
That way?
Yeah, that way. Just get him away from ball, basically. But it's still 3 inches, isn't it? So yeah, I will spend another one to do. I need to keep him in.
Oh, sorry, are you still hitting him? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm still going to hit him.
Sorry. Oh, so that's a non-momentous push, yeah.
So non-momentous push. I'm going to spend another one to hit him again. 7 dice here. 3s, 1 armour. Do I only have 6 dice? No, what's that?
It's 6 dice now because you're not going to...
Oh, sorry, 6 dice. Okay, so remove that one there, and I've got 2. And Ox is going to do a 1-inch push again, and bring you 1 inch this way.
Look at these dirty players.
And he'll do his last one. So yeah, he's only got that now. The 6, 3, 1.
Oh, he didn't fluff it that time.
He didn't fluff it that time, so there we go. So, got the 2. That's going to be momentous 1 damage, which of course, because of everything, is going to become momentous 3 damage.
So he blows up.
It gets them all in it anyway, doesn't it? Okay, but it meant that I used my stuff. I could have saved it and done butchery.
I was hoping you were going to push him that way so he killed the dog.
So there we go. So everyone is going to take 3 damage, is it?
I expect you to edit in a big explosion. 3 damage. 3 damage.
Everyone's going to take 3 damage, but we have and of course I will get 2 momentum from that. I'm going to use one of those momentum to immediately heal myself. Why not? Wherever that is. And everyone will take 3 damage. He's going to go down, taken out, condition done. And we'll mark everything down and come back with the Alchemist. So we're coming in now because Vitriol is going to go and score.
She's going to try.
She's going to try. She's going to try. Hopefully no rushes like before.
So she's going to drop a smoke cloud for 1.
So that costs 1 there, and that means that she gets extra move.
+2 move, yeah.
+2 move.
She's going to, so she's now, I'm going to have to measure this. She's got an 8-inch move.
Got an 8-inch move.
So she's got 5 inches to get to there, that's plenty to snap the ball.
Easy.
And then 3 inches back. That's without running, that's just walking because of her +2 move. She's going to put clone up, she's going to go and do that.
Of course.
Come back into about there. And she's going to spend 1 to shoot on goal.
And 1 to shoot and spend that momentum point. Okay, so she's got 4 dice.
I'm going to swap to my goal scoring dice.
And this is, we don't want what you got before. Come on. And she gets it there. So there we go. It does take it up to 10-2 to the Alchemists at the moment. So we're going to rebound that ball back out. And we're going to see what happens. So the ball is going to bounce out, and we're going to see what's going to happen with it now. So it's going to go in the direction of 5. It's going to go 6 inches. 6 inches.
I don't like your predicted price.
That was pretty good. I'm quite happy with that.
It's going to go
6 inches in the 5. That was pretty good. I'm quite happy with that.
Shank have a present.
Should be able to score.
Yeah, with fast terrain, he probably can do.
With the fast train, probably can do. So we're going to come back with Butcher's next activation. So we think Shank's pushing it a little bit there. We don't think he can get in. We don't think he can quite get in. But it's not that important actually right now in the scheme of things because nothing can get over there. We think there might be some tricks in there. Okay, so what we're actually going to do is Tenderizer. We've pre-measured this. He's going to spend 2, and he's going to charge 6 inches just outside of the melee range of Mercury. Okay, so I'm TAC 5. And I get 4 extra for charging, and I get the 1 for boiler as well. Was he not in range before? Okay, so
no, because I moved around.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so from here we need 4s with 1 armour, minus 1 armour though, because of Ox's legendary play. So no armour. And there we go. So that is going to be 6 hits. And 6 hits is pretty good for him. That's going to be a wrap. So we're going to do a momentous 3 damage, which becomes 5 damage, and there's a knockdown on that as well.
Oh, actually, is he within 4 inches?
It's 6 inches with the legendary.
Yeah, but so you are within 4. So you get the owner and you get his legendary as well.
Right. Okay. Brilliant.
5, yeah.
Okay. So so there we go. So that's 5, and that's momentous. So we're going to put that on there now. So we've got 2. And then that also knocks him down. And then we do get the wrap as well, so we're going to do the 1 damage, which then becomes 3 damage. That's another point of momentum there. So you're now down to 4, is that right? Down to 4, and you are knocked down, so that's pretty good for us. And we're going to go back over to the Alchemist. So it's Alchemist movement, and we have got Mercury here, and he's going to be spending the last momentum point there.
To stand to clear conditions.
Stand clear conditions, and he's
going to walk.
So
over.
He's
not engaged by Boiler, he is engaged by him. Boar's knocked down.
Yeah,
he's going to walk. That's a silly idea actually, because then he's going to be up 3 charges. Wow! Yeah, we'll see what happens. He's going to go there, so he's at max range of the dog.
Yep, so he's in range of the dog.
+1, -1 dice.
Yep, needing 4s with 1 armour. Oh, 3. Beautiful.
1, 2, 3. 2 momentous damage.
So 2 momentous damage.
And a 2-inch push.
And a 2-inch push.
Which he will not do anything with.
Not do anything with. Brilliant.
And then he's going to thump the dog again for the second one.
He's going to thump the dog again.
He's going to bonus time it.
Brilliant. So bonus time in.
So I need to get 2 hits. I need 3 4s to win the game. Come on, dice.
Oh,
is that cocked?
I don't know.
Is that cocked?
I don't know.
Independent person says yes, it's cocked.
It's cocked. Oh, that's definitely cocked. Yay! And he wins the game. There we go. Thank you very much for a very challenging and fun game. It was really good. It's 12-2 there to the Alchemist. Really good fun game. We're going to save all of our post-match banter and discussion for a post-match breakdown. But it is a victory, of course, to the Alchemist. And I'm blaming you. You should be on my side after you broke my brisket, huh? So welcome to the post-match review of that epic game. I really enjoyed that.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I did feel like it was a bit denial. So.
Well, it is. It's that kind of team, isn't it? It's the same as playing the Morticians, and it's something that I think that it's something the Butchers, especially a Butcher team that has boring. Is going to struggle with, and a Butcher team in some aspects that has got that relies so much on the synergy of Boiler and the dog, and that's quite a predictable thing as well.
Yes, it can be.
When you look down at that. So, from my point of view, looking at that game,
what did you learn? That's what I always say to my son when he gets beaten.
Well, I did make a couple of mistakes. For example, passing the ball to the dog to generate that the momentum. It was because I was blinded. It's because I was.
Alas, not because
I was blinded by the issue that I had in that game was that to get rid of the conditions to be able to get close enough to do things, to get the momentum. I couldn't generate the momentum. There was never really any easy option or any way for me to generate the momentum I needed to then have the chain reaction throughout the whole game, or the whole turn.
To be able to keep your team burning.
Yep.
So they're losing. It's not the damage, it's the movement. But then also Midas being able to go and put heavy burden on somebody, and also then push and dodge people further away. It's quite difficult.
And a couple of other mistakes early on as well. Not accurately measuring the sort of 3-inch distance I allowed you to sort of get. You didn't hit on a couple of those.
Yeah, there's a couple I missed on that. But even then, you need to be aware of that. So it's quite difficult when you're playing Butchers because they want to be close because of oxygen.
Of course, yeah, they do want to be close together. So that immediately kind of breaks them up. And it's something that I found when I first played the Engineers. But the difference was that because those conditions are staying, you've got such great pitch control. You've got great pitch control. So I was constantly looking at the table and feeling like, okay, so I need to generate a point of momentum so that when this guy goes, he can clear that and get up or get rid of his.
It's affecting your order activation.
But I just couldn't do it. I could never get close enough. And then right at the end there, just a bit of an end game mistake. But these things we've been playing for a fair time.
It's a long game. Yeah, I made a couple of mistakes. I think I sent Vitriol in probably to score when what I probably should have done is left her there and thrown a fire, not necessarily to hit Boar, but to put in Boar's way so Boar couldn't then charge somebody because he was instantaneously lost movement. And then at the end, which when Vitriol did score and I dodged away, as soon as I dodged away, James said, "Oh, why didn't you dodge in and engage Boar with your clone up?" And that was obviously the right thing. I should have done.
The one thing.
But interestingly, as soon as I didn't do that, and ball was then able to charge and generate momentum, and then the butchers were winning initiative, it starts to go downhill very, very rapidly, actually.
Yeah, and I felt if I'd have used, because I had 3 momentum there, if I'd used that to heal the dog, I said to you at the end, I didn't realise that you had the influence on Mercury. I thought it was all conditions with being knocked down and the like, but that comes with a long game, I think. And I think that regardless, it would have just been delaying the inevitable, I think, and probably just giving me a little bit more credibility on the scoreboard, because I think
if I hadn't killed him, I think
Mercury would have
you might have won. Yeah, Mercury would have gone down. Calculus would have gone. That's great TV when he points things on the board. You think
down there. We've been doing this such a long time. I'm shattered.
Yeah, I think if that hadn't come off, I think you would have been in a very good chance of winning. I think so, because you'd have got 4 for that. That would have put you on 6. Shank wouldn't necessarily have scored this turn, but you could have generated more momentum to win initiative next turn. To win initiative, to kill somebody, then you've got the ball. It's very difficult for me to get and you need to score. So I think that was a turning point.
And it just shows that you can get that key little decision, a key bit of oversight. But one of the things about that game, in the same kind of way that I've had wonderful games with Chris, is that it's very, very different playing a game and having a camera. It's a completely different thing.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah.
You know, you're chatting, you're
conscious about not cheating.
yeah, you don't want to cheat, but also you kind of almost working together in a set. I mean, you're not, but you are.
Not so much that game. There were a couple of occasions where I sort of had ideas. So where Vitriol had the ball and the dog was there and Compound was there, and you were worried about Compound capital charge and things like that. If you'd have brought Princess round to be engaged by or engage Compound.
I completely forgot that if you go in and engage, they can't then actually charge. But this is great, because these are mistakes that then hopefully you probably make one more time. That's the rule, isn't it? You make the mistake once and then you make it again, and you feel like an idiot because you're like, I remember when I did that last time.
George Bush said something along the lines of "fool me." I'm not really going to quote George Bush. The great George Bush. Intellect George W. Bush.
The great philosopher that he was. So, in terms of, from your opinion, playing that game, is there anything that you would have done differently, or you think I should have done differently?
Only those few things really. I was they're quite a denial team, and they were keeping you away, and yeah, just not keeping ball away really. Meant that you could get in and suddenly generate momentum and suddenly all very quick. So I think playing it was obviously difficult playing the Butchers team, because you are trying to get momentum, trying to get in. But you only really need that 1 or 2 opportunities, and then it can turn very quickly. Whereas I think you're playing it, trying to do what I was doing there, which was keep them away, keep them knocked down, keep them pushed, so you couldn't charge in. You make one mistake.
But it also forced me in a position where I was never able to think about what I could do that turn, because I was just very aware of all the things that I could no longer do. So it was very much okay next turn, and then trying to put situations where you were definitely going to get initiative a lot of the time. Because you were generating, you would definitely get initiative. So at least putting it so that there were more than one option for me when you got initiative, and thinking more about the next turn.
Target priority and things like that.
Yeah,
making your opponent make decisions regarding things they're going to hit.
Exactly. But yeah, really good fun game. I'm really glad that I managed to get you on the camera. Make sure that you go and check out the WCWW podcast.
Who cares who wins? It's not safe for work or kids.
No, it's not child friendly like this channel. But
Jay came on our show actually, and he said
brilliant. So make sure you go and check that out, and of course if you want to pick up any of the Who Cares Who Wins measuring thing, I might try and get some of
just
these.
for you can have those widgets.
You can't do that.
You can have a widget and a ball path. Do you want some of those?
Look at this.
Rivalry. There you go.
Brilliant. I've done a fair bit of sponsorship. Get them on eBay.
I better put some more on.
So brilliant. If you want to see even more of these, remember initially we're going to do 8 episodes of this, and hopefully the community gets behind it and wants to see some more. So do make sure that you are commenting on the video and you're liking it and doing all the usual YouTube stuff that you need to do. And if you want to go that extra mile, of course you can get onto the Patreon, and even just back in $1 a month or whatever, it is going towards hopefully being able to spend more time and making even more content. So don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe. We've had a great game, haven't we?
We have, yeah. I do expect to see those being used now.
They are going to get used.
I've given some to Guild Ball Tonight. Phil off Guild Ball Tonight is another Guild Ball podcast. and he doesn't use them. He uses counter-attack bases.
These are great because the ones that I've got are only, is it a 3-inch?
Yeah, 3, 2 and 1.
And you need that one.
It's quite useful.
And you need this one for shank. This is really important. This one for the butchers,
AOE,
not so much.
Not so much.
Not so much. But yeah, very, very, very useful. Thank you so much for that. And we hope you guys out there are having a good game. We're going to see you for episode 5 of Abattoir.